Perfect. Well, good morning, everyone. Jose here with the Aflac team. So, as many of you know, we're excited to have the opportunity to meet with you again this year. And what we're doing a little different is the benefit offering on the voluntary for Aflac products. So, some of you know Aflac and what we do. For those that don't know, we are a supplemental option for your worksite benefits that pays you cash directly in case of having a medical event like a sickness or an injury for yourself or a family member, dependent children and spouse. If you're married, have any dependent up to the age of 26. So the commercials, the quack and duck, if you have an accident, it's the most popular commercial you've seen. If you get injured, you go through an urgent care visit. It could be a small accident, it could be a minor accident on and off the job. Most people go through a basic, let me go get, urgent care, maybe an x-ray, right? Maybe a small, if it's a small accident, could be something minor, a couple stitches, maybe some bandaging. If it's more severe, that's when these benefits start kicking and adding up. So whether small or big, we don't coordinate with your major medical. So you may have another coverage, but your out-of-pocket, your copay, your deductible, the other non-medical expenses that are not covered by your doctor insurance is what Aflac is designed to do. So with your accident plan, it's a good base starting plan. Like I said, if you're working out, you're hiking, you're ATVing, the kids are playing sports, you simply have a slip and fail, hurt your wrist, hurt your hand, or you got, throw out your back. So you go for little basic care, urgent care, chiropractor visits, anything like that. Aflac will consider that as a claim. And the way we work is once you're registered, direct deposit option, they'll pay usually within the same day. Or if you don't register your direct deposit, they'll pay you within 5 days via check. So we help you with all that. Accident is guaranteed issued. Meaning regardless of any current, medical pre-existing, it has nothing to do with it, as long as, any new injuries that happen after the effective date of coverage. So this will be, from the effective date of coverage, you're protected on the job. It does have a $1,000, $250 for the initial admission to a hospital due to an injury. So those first $1,250 are pretty much designed to help you offset some of the out-of-pocket for your deductible. If there's surgical treatments, it goes from $25 up to $10,000, depending on how severe, how much. If it's a closed reduction, maybe an open back surgery type thing, that's very expensive. And how long you stay in the hospital. There's intensive care unit. There is a hospitalization daily benefit of $200, $400 for intensive care. And then after that, any follow-ups, any appliances, any kind of physical therapy, like I said earlier, follow-up treatments that they go with it due to that same injury. There is no lifetime maximum, so a new event, it happens, you go through the same process, you go to the doctor, we'll help you file the claim, and Aflac will pay cash benefits to you due to that. Another thing, this has a guaranteed renewable plan, so we'll never drop you because you use the program too much or because you have a very active family and everyone is making a claim. So that's a locked-in guaranteed renewable product, and it's fully portable, so you can take that with you. If you retire, you relocate, Aflac goes with you. There's a portability. You just have to respond within 30 days. And also, you get an accidental death in dismemberment benefit. It's a $50,000 benefit this year, is guaranteed. And it's an accidental death for you. So those are improvements from last year's offering. So if you had the accident plan, this will be a way to take a look at it and see if it makes sense to increase it and bump you up to the new coverage. Next is the critical illness with cancer. So some of you are used to our old plan that had the cancer options separate from the lump sum critical illness. The critical illness had heart attack, stroke, major organ transplant, kidney failure, and sudden cardiac arrest, coma, and paralysis. So those are the main health events that are going to pull you from the workforce. And the limit was $10,000 for yourself, $5,000 for spouse or dependent children are covered at no additional cost. So that's a very popular plan because we know health events like this, most people don't think about it, but maybe when there is a major event such as a heart attack or stroke per se, those are going to be physically pulling you out of the workforce for a longer period of time. You're going to hit your deductibles. That's going to put that financial exposure front and center for a lot of policyholders. So what they did, they combined the cancer plan, so you get a lump sum up to $30,000 if you choose. So you got $30,000 guaranteed issued offering, and that's $30,000 for you and up to $15,000 for your spouse. So your dependent children, like I said, they're 50% of whatever you face, whatever you pick up, and then they'll do an additional. There's a wellness benefit built into it, so it's a lump sum, $30,000 or $15,000. You can decrease it, and you can purchase up to 50% of what you pick up for yourself, for your spouse. And it does have a wellness benefit. So once a year you get annual physicals. Same thing for the accident. You guys get $50 for just getting your physicals, lady wellness or a dental, any kind of wellness benefit. That's in addition to your regular doctors, whether it's, your annual physicals that's covered by your medical coverage. Hospital, it kind of helps support all the other two. Hospitalization is our third option, and it improved the amount. It goes from $1,000 to $2,000 guaranteed issued, and it will have a $200 per day of a daily admission up to 30 days, and $200 per day for intensive care unit also. And then if you get a step down, it goes down to 100. So it's one per year, one per calendar year, and there has to be at least 6 months of separation if you have multiple events in the same year. What we try to do is look at the hospitalization plan and who's using it. This is a good plan to have in case you get, if you're planning a family, maybe you're looking to go on maternity. There is going to be a guaranteed issue option, but we just have to look at it, see if you're currently, going on maternity, if you're currently pregnant versus the old plan, or if you're moving from the old plan to the new plan. This one is, the rates are a lot cheaper compared to the previous one, about maybe $1, $2 cheaper, but they make a lot more sense because they get a bigger lump sum amounts for everyone individually. So those three kind of encompass everything we've been really working with CBR, and it really helps out with regardless of what the medical option is year to year. So if you had an HMO option or if you had an HSA option, these are all compatible with it, and these are your benefits. So like I said, you don't have to change these year to year, but this year we are moving to a richer benefit that might provide you some cost savings on both sides for the family coverage, for your individual coverage. And because this is a brand new product, guaranteed issue, no questions asked this year. We just encourage everyone that if you had Aflac before, under the individual side, please let me know. We'll sit down with you. We'll review your family coverage. Make sure you have any claims that are outstanding, help you get the benefits paid on those. But those three plans are very much improved, and we're going to highlight those for the rest of the open enrollment. The last one is the short-term disability. So some of you have our short-term disability. Some of you have the previous carriers. That is your individual short-term, and you can pick and choose. I don't know how many of you actually have this one, but again, it's a guaranteed issue option. There is a maternity benefit as long as there's a 10 months from the effective date of coverage for maternity, but it pays 3 or 6 months guaranteed issue for up to $4,000 if you qualify based on your annual income, your gross income, and it's 3 or 6 months of benefits. You get to pick and choose whatever fits your family needs. Is your paycheck protection. So if you're out of work and you can't come to work, you take your PTO, take your FMLA, but Aflac will help you out with up to 67% of your monthly earnings, and we can pay within 0-7 immediately the day of an accident, elimination, or after 7 days. So on the eighth day from the illness, we can start receiving benefits from Aflac. So we can customize that to 0-7 elimination, or we can receive 0-14. after 2 weeks. If you can choose and you can scale how much you want. You don't have to go for your highest amount. You can scale it down, whatever is more comfortable for your budget. So that one is a very individual, customizable, only for you. The other three plans are family coverage. So all of the other three plans are, family tier and options for, dependent coverages.
Jose, I
So
have a question in regards to the hospital coverage. You
yeah,
mentioned short-term disability does have a pre-X limitation. If somebody's currently already pregnant, then they wouldn't qualify for the short-term disability, correct? Or
correct.
it wouldn't pay out that leave.
The
What about
maternity.
the hospital plan? Will that pay out?
So that will be, yeah, because this one is a new introduction, it will pay out under the hospital.
Okay.
So that was a previous, it did match the hospital and the disability under the traditional plan. That got replaced with this new offering, and they took that. So if as long as you're part of the group and the group goes active, um, they'll have the coverage. They'll treat it
So
as a
no
sick leave.
pre-X on the hospital is what you're saying. It's guaranteed issue with this new plan.
Correct.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Does anybody have any questions for Jose?
Well, here's a couple of the highlight benefits and some of the rates. So just to give you an idea, the Aflac group accident, like I mentioned, $1,250, $300 daily. I think I said 200, but it's 300 on this one. Intensive care, 400 per day. So this just to give you, we have over 50, almost 50 benefits under this plan. So I didn't list all of them, but these are just to give you a great overview from initial treatment to testing to ambulance, urgent care visits, the main injuries, so additional surgical treatments, they're going to vary based on the actual surgical codes and what you received. But the rates are these are monthly premiums. They're $1,764 for individuals. So I think we compare it, it's about almost $10 savings compared to the other one. But because you're getting an increase, on the group offering, so it just these rates are phenomenal. I think we were paying around $80 on the family, 75. It's down to 45. So I encourage each of you to, if you have the Aflac, we're going to call you. You're probably going to get a letter from me, maybe a reminder to let's sit down to review your coverages. I'll help you, either me or one of our team members. They're going to walk you through to make sure if it makes sense for you to upgrade to this new plan. If you're going through a claim, we're also going to talk to you about that individually to make sure that your benefits are not, that you're covered, that there's no issues on there. But this is probably by far our biggest improvement. So this is the critical illness, pays up to $30,000. These are all of the different major health events. Like I said, pays 100% for that. 25% of what you select for your bypass surgery. It includes cancer. So some of you might have picked up the cancer by itself, a standalone. We'll compare the two, make sure that, how much is really the value of it. Because 30,000, it's 100% if you get the pathology report with the bad news. So that's upfront, lump sum. You do have non-invasive and skin cancer benefits on there. But this is the options for, it's a unit tobacco, and you do get age banded. So very, very good competitive prices. We like this one a lot. This is our hot seller because it does have everything, heart attack, stroke, and cancer. And so if you're young and non-smoker, you can start at $7 for a month for, 15,000 a month for, a monthly premium. So you guys, that's, these are new rates.
Did you say uni tobacco, which means tobacco, non-tobacco? Doesn't matter?
Doesn't matter. We don't care if you smoke, chew tobacco, cigars on the weekends, doesn't matter.
Okay, so
much,
then if I'm 24 years old, I'm going to pay $7 a month for $15,000 coverage and $12.48 a month for $30,000 coverage, correct?
That's correct.
And then if I wanted to add my spouse, these other rates, what about the children?
Children are covered automatically, whatever 50% of what you and the spouse get. So whatever your max is, they automatically cover. So you'll have to get Your children are automatically covered at 7,500. If you're 18 to 25, 15,000.
Perfect. Anybody have any questions?
So this is the consolidated for the hospitalization. So this one, it had pre-existing questions on the old one. This one is, we realized the 2,000 is pretty much where most people have been looking at and what the benefits of it. So you do have a, first night at 23 hours or more in the hospital, you get $2,000 whether you're sick or accident related admission. You get the first 31 up to 31 days, $200 a day under the hospital, $200 a day for the intensive care. If you get stepped down for 10 days, you get $100 and you get your health screening benefits. So this is a very, it's effective, it does what it needs to do. It's really designed to help you offset, whether you have a $3,500 deductible or a $5,000 deductible, you get 2,000 on the first night plus additional confinement days. Doesn't have any surgical benefits, doesn't have any of the other extra doctor visits in that the old one did. So I think this is the way it's rated is a much better rating, and it has your wellness benefit, one per calendar per family member per insured. So
Question on this one, Jose, sorry to interrupt. So if somebody has a hospital plan today and they've already used it and they enroll in this plan and they need to use it beginning of the year, can they, even though 6 months haven't gone by from the last time they filed a hospital claim to the new plan?
Correct. So because Aflac Group, the way it's Aflac, but it's just a different care. It's kind of like a group version. So it does not coordinate. So we don't coordinate with our own products. So if we're converting you to this new plan and you use the other one within 6 months of 2020, and you have to use it, say, within 6 months, it doesn't matter. It'll be a brand new. So you'll get both benefits.
Got it.
If you already made a claim, and this is a 1/1, right? For
yes,
you guys?
Correct.
So say you have the hospital plan between now and the end of 12/31 of 2020, and you have to use your medical, your hospital under the current one, you'll get paid on that. Heaven forbid something happens again, and it happens after the new year, we'll submit that claim under this new coverage, and you will receive both benefits.
Great.
So no coordination there. And this is the one, the short-term disability pays your paycheck protection. I know you guys have the other carrier as an option, but that's a 14-14 elimination, and it does have 60% flat. So we go up to 67%, a little bit higher on the monthly income benefit amount. And we get to customize it between 0.7 or 0.14. You get to pick and choose, and you get to pick and choose 3 or 6 months of coverage. So we can go up to your maximum, or we can go down to your lower. So you can, I think you can pick up a $500 a month benefit if you want to, something basic, up to your maximum amount. So just to give you an idea, if you earn around 30,000 or more, you can start you at 1,500 a monthly benefit for 3 or 6 months. That will run about, someone who's 18 to 49, it's about $10, $10.75 a week for 1,500. So that one is already set up. You can scale up to $4,000 guaranteed issue monthly benefit if you want, but that will require basic, gross income verification.
Question, Jose, on the short-term disability. So if any of our members, whether internal team or external, are covered currently on the Aflac short-term disability and they transition over to this group platform, will they get credit for the pre-existing?
So for the Aflac, we're keeping the traditional Aflac disability.
Correct.
That one's changed.
Okay.
So if you already have our Aflac program, that's fine. You're still going to keep the same, nothing really to change. Only if you want to add units, or if you want to pick up more units, that will still apply based on your current. So there's no,
there's no transition there. Just change if
now.
they're. Now, does the income the income, is that just base income or does that include commission and bonus?
So it's if you guys receive base and we whatever the total gross from that same employer. So if you gross 100,000 in 2019 or 2020, and that's a combination of all income from the same source, we'll just ask the verification at the point of claim, and it's a letter that Aflac, we work with a lot of your clients. Actually, we have to verify that combined.
Thank you.
And that was so Aflac was 50,000 base, and then usually average around another 15 commissions. But that's their average is about 100. That's really what we're looking at. But yeah, no, that's more of a at the point of claim. But yeah, no, it will be combined. What they can do is if you work two jobs, say you work here and you work another job, and you're trying to combine your total income from two different, is based off the same employer's combined income.
Now I'm going to run through one, how to set up that time. And I know we've given this to our external team as well, external groups, how we're going to navigate through this enrollment process for our internal team. So I went ahead and logged into, was logged into the Navigator. Now, will each of our members here internally get a link to log into the Navigator?
I believe that we're setting up an employee link for Navigator. Leticia, I think you were set up for, I think you had set up for both, but I think that we sent you an employee login. That's the one that's going to give you the employee portal access, so you can go through your the links up to the D2 on this one, so you can select your plans and you can verify your information, your dependent children. We can walk you through it. We can do it with you over the phone if you want to take time to review it. You can self-enroll if you like. This is a new feature. We're trying to be technology friendly here with both the D2 program and hopefully into Prism. But for this year, it's a Navigator. You'll get a welcome email with the link as an employee. If you haven't received it, you probably will get it by the end of this week. It'll be from Employee Navigator. It should have access to where's your profile? Okay, view profile.
Creative Business Resources, this here?
Yeah, so that's your group. You're part of it. So you as an employee are there. So under you go to home, you will select step 1, start the enrollment. Click on your profile, enroll in your benefits. It'll give you this welcome stop, ask you your basic information. You go through this, save and continue. It'll be 7 steps technically for you to add family dependents up. You see that your phone number is from, I don't know, 6 years ago and you've changed numbers twice. Go ahead and update it. Make sure you indicate tobacco, non-tobacco. Really doesn't matter on the products that we're selecting because these are unique tobacco. We do want you to update your dependent information. That also means for the accidental death, we have a beneficiary. So please update your beneficiary in case of a accidental death. There is a benefit built into it. Your home address, a lot of us have moved in the last year or two. Make sure you update all that. And then it'll ask you to confirm it. Now, Aflac is going to mail you a welcome. They're going to email you. Here's where you can pick, but they're going to email you a welcome. I like to send the paper, so after you guys have registered, I can request for them to mail you. But then technically will be a certificate.
Is the Social Security number for dependents required?
So I like to put it in there. It's not required under the Aflac. They do need their date of birth. They do need their first and last name and gender, and they need that on the first. But if you want to include it, that's totally up to you. For Aflac claims, the only time we really need that is for the life insurance benefit. If you want to, we do have a term life that is separate, that is not going to be on this. You can buy a voluntary term life in addition to your group life that you get offered. Again, it functions the same way as the short-term disability. It's a post-tax, but we will need a beneficiary and social on that one.
Okay, I keep canceling this enrollment. So after I add my dependent,
Mm-hmm.
or as many, I guess because I click outside the box, I guess,
Oh,
let me see if that's the case. Okay, so don't need that, child.
just her birthday and yep, gender. And then it will pick up your home address. It will pick up the same home address as your home. So, yep, non-tobacco. Yep,
Okay,
save. Okay, let's see. Should take it now.
so if I have
All
to
right,
add,
now go to your save. Unless you want,
can I go
you
back
can
and
go
add
back. So
another
just
dependent? Okay, I want to save and continue. Who am I
save and continue. You
enrolling?
can draw. Well,
Okay,
here you're gonna have your accident coverage. So here, let's see. What are the details? Kind of what I just went over. Um, uh, you see what it is? Okay. Well, here's my coverage. So you get all the benefits that I mentioned plus a lot more. First of the month, end of the month, your family status. So you pick based on your family tier. You select it. Now we're gonna
so
cancel the old one. Remember, when I talk to you and we're doing a conversion, I do have to get a cancellation just to make sure we stop the old one, and this one will pick up on 1/1. So you'll be covered through, if you currently have the plan, you'll be covered through the end of the year until the end of the year, and then 1/1 effective, you'll pick up. So
So you're saying if we currently have the hospital and we want this new hospital, we have to send you a cancellation for the old one? It doesn't automatically
yes,
cancel the old one and
right. So it's not going to automatically cancel, and we need to have it as a like a confirmation, just like we do all the clients, because the deduction and for you guys covering, make sure that you understand that we're covering through the year, and then we're picking up this new plan going forward. We'll change your deduction. So it's just having the documentation internally to make the changes. Um, if somebody says, "Well, I never told Jose we can cancel that," or now there's an event and they told me to cancel it, and now I went ahead with the request, but there's a new claim, and they're like, "No, I didn't." So it's kind of like just a paperwork internally. We've had some situations that we want to, but if you have the hospital, yes, I think that was Jasmine. So if you
yes.
want to, I will update that with you. I'll get a copy of it. It's just for our records, and then we'll submit that to Aflac for 12/31 cancellation effective, because this will be 1/1. So again, if anything happens between now and the end of the year.
Okay, so what is this review and select writer? So flat wellness, additional pay per,
Oh, great question. So you're gonna see this on the Navigator. So Navigator, this is built into your program. So all the wellness are built into it, but the way that remember how we received the rating with the spreadsheets with all the different amounts? The way that they select is built into the total rate already on the amount. It's
so it's
just they
built
have to
into
put,
this 2923 is what you're saying.
it's correct. It's just the amount has to be built into that separately on Navigator.
Okay,
Because it is a wellness benefit, it's included in the rate, it is already included in the plan, but they can't separate it. They can't just bundle it. So it just has to show. So you don't have to do anything, you just have to approve it. You want to put the primary beneficiary here because sudden cardiac arrest, there's a, one and done, they'll still want to, have somebody on record. So you can put,
so if I want to name a trust as a beneficiary, do I have to add the trust? Where can I do that? Because here it
so,
only lets you collect who you already have as a dependent.
so we can actually add a beneficiary, go to add beneficiary up top right there. All right. And then it'll beneficiary type.
Entity?
Yep. And
Okay.
here you have your allocation, and then you have the tax ID number if you have it. So you'll fill this out if you have a trust, if you want to take care of that. We can also update it after. I like doing this, just it takes a little, if you have the information, but you can usually default to your spouse or your dependent children. You can add, I think, up to 4 beneficiaries on this one, and then you can add contingent beneficiaries also.
Okay.
So as you can see, this platform, it's just a lot easier, it's a lot smoother. We want you to, you know, if any questions, right? I can't access, I don't see it. What is it that you know, you talked about this. Please give me a call, shoot me an email. The conversations I'm having, and this is actually, we send out some letters, benefit statements, you know, for the existing policyholders. So you're probably gonna get a letter from me, just telling you, hey, there's some improved changes, you know, available plans. We need to review your current coverages and see if it's the right fit for you. Some of you might have had the plan for a few years. Some people had it for a longer time. So if you're gonna edit this one, don't sign this one. Just
Yeah, I'm
can,
going to edit. So
okay.
I'm enrolling right now in the accident, the critical illness, the hospital indemnity for myself and children, and my
Yep.
total monthly premium is $86.76.
That's correct. That's your monthly amount. So if you guys are bi-weekly deduction, this is just gonna show you your monthly, but it will be taken out, you know, matching your frequency.
So $40.04 per pay period for all three coverages. That's pretty good.
It's a lot. It's very good. So this is one of the big, you know, we've been working with CBR for a while, but I think this is by far is going to be our biggest, you know, improvement when it comes to both offering, you know, ease of enrollment and, you know, just a smoother process for everyone, including your clients and you guys as a client also. It's full, you know, it's on live, it's on real time. So say your open enrollment starts today, and then you change your mind. I think we did December 1st. It's did you say November 31st or December 1st? What's your final date?
Our HR team, what's our final date?
I thought it was the end of, yeah, I thought it was the first. So say it was the end of this November, say November 30th, which is on a Monday. I believe at midnight, right? So if they try to log in and they can, because that's what the navigator is set up for, then we definitely can do it. We'll have to do, you know, I can do it. We just have to, you know, request it. So if somebody's new and misses, so we'll confirm the dates, but I think that's where then we have until the 5th of December to get it completely. The navigator team has to have it. But we have, you know, situations, but we try to get everyone. So you'll get either a reminder from me, pretty much either a follow-up email or a quick text message saying, hey guys, just make sure that, and then if you are completed, you know, you won't see that, but it's really more helping everyone to get, you know, updated, because it is the guaranteed issue option. It's brand new for first year, and we want to make sure you guys, you know, take advantage of that.
Awesome. So just to recap, Jose, who is going to send our internal team the navigator link?
It will be coming from PBS. I
Okay.
think Brian might have said did you get one from Brian, or was it from?
I got it from Brian to my Gmail account.
Okay. So if you have, I think we have everyone's CBR's email address as their login. So I believe that's how they're going to
Okay.
you know,
Let's
those out.
let's confirm that today, because our open enrollment ends tomorrow. I know we get a little bit more time for the Aflac. But for example, for me, I know I have current Aflac coverage.
Yep.
And I know you can tell me what that coverage is and what I pay today, but a lot of our members will have to set up some time with you. Do they still have to go through this link here to do that? Or can they email you and call you directly?
We can do both. You guys know me. Most of you have my email. So what I like to do is just that if you click on that time trade link, I don't know what it looks like as of this morning. So let's see, today, I'm booked for today.
Yeah, it
so
says you're available tomorrow. You have, what does the 17 mean? Is that 17 time slots?
So click on it.
Oh yeah, 17 time slots. Okay.
So yeah,
So
and
our
if I'm
team
not,
can go in there and set an appointment with you tomorrow or next week, because I think we're going to go ahead and extend our internal benefits just for the Aflac and the optional stuff.
Yep.
A couple more days into next week because you know it's new and we want to be able to navigate it ourselves and be able to guide our everyone who contacts us with questions as well.
So we're going to be closed for the Thanksgiving, you know, Thursday and Friday, but that I think we did set up for the 1st as the deadline, absolute deadline for stragglers. So if anyone that we missed, completely missed, but we should, I think if you guys go into the link, they'll notify me. I'll get an email. That way you guys will, you know, book it. What I would recommend if you have, you know, you weren't planning on this and this is last minute, let me know. Because I can try to, you know, if it's not me directly, you know, JP or Angela or Ashley, they can, we're going to do a round robin with this, you know, for the other clients. But I want to work with you directly because I've worked with most of you personally already. So
I just scheduled my time tomorrow at 10 a.m.
Okay, good. All right. So I should get an email here from you. Well, let's see.
Do we have to schedule an appointment, or if we're new at this, can we just go online and register for everything?
So, and who's that?
My name is Trisha.
Hey, Trisha. So if you're new and you didn't sign up in any of the previous Aflac products, yes, you'll get the Navigator link and you'll access it directly. You'll just go through that self-enrollment process. There is a you know, details overview inside those individual products. You can select those, review them. If you want to talk to me, or if you want to go over like a personal, hey, why would I need this? Does this make sense? But if you're good, you're knowledgeable, you feel confident, go ahead and finish it. It's pretty straightforward, but it is guaranteed issue. So if you're new, you've never had Aflac, or you currently don't have any Aflac products, you can go through the enrollment. So you can take care of it yourself. We want you to test it out. We want you to go in. We just want to make sure that you verify at the end when you know, it says before sign and authorize. Just make sure you read each section. Make sure you have family. If it's single parent or two-parent family, it's going to just have to verify that. The short-term disability will not be on this platform. We'll have to review that with you for the short-term disability. That's the only plan that we couldn't. So you see that one wasn't on there, right?
Correct.
Leticia?
Correct.
So short-term disability, you will still have to schedule an appointment with me or shoot me an email and let me know if you're interested.
Okay. Thank
Leticia,
you.
For the CBR employees, I know the previous carrier is MedLife going to pick up that new one also for the short term and the long term?
What was that question? I'm sorry.
For the new, is MedLife going to be offered for short term and for the voluntary?
Yes.
Okay, got it. So I know that you have the Unum on there. So yeah, if you have the Unum, I don't know how you guys are communicating that change internally, but if you want to look at the Aflac for the short term, just schedule an appointment and we'll review that too.
Thank you. Now, quick question for you in regards to the voluntary products. Let's say somebody has the Colonial products today and short term or whatever policy they have, and they're coming onto this group platform, terminating their Colonial. It doesn't affect anything, correct? It's still going to be at a guarantee issue under Aflac?
Yes, because we've already pre-approved the group. So yep, that's it's just, you know, you sign up and you're covered effective 1/1. So we don't care if you had in the past, including, you know, other, you know, the Colonial product. But for us, it was more on the previous, the traditional. We had to do a form to verify that we were doing a conversion onto the new Aflac plan. But this one takes care of all that. So we've already eliminated that process. So you automatically get it. So you just can make sure you cancel the other one, or you can keep both. I don't know. We don't coordinate, so it's how much you want to
It can be
spend.
layers. Awesome. Does anybody have any questions, additional questions for Jose?
Can you just confirm for me if to schedule an appointment, we have to do it on the portal or just email you?
You can just email me. The only thing is, as you can see, I have it's open. It's 17.
Tomorrow's open.
So it's bright open, so I can I can call, you can shoot me an email and I can pretty much walk you through. It won't take that long. I mean, individually, but I just have to, make sure I'm on the schedule. So I got a 10 o'clock with Leticia. Like tomorrow is at 10, it's taken. All right, but yeah, you can just shoot me an email and I'll follow up with you directly. I think that's how we've done in the past. So we'll take a look at it, maybe a quick phone call. I'll verify the changes and make sure that, hey, what's the rate? You forgot what you were paying before. What is the new rate going to be? Does it make sense? And then I'll just, we'll confirm that. And at that time, I'll shoot you guys a quick cancellation form. I think some of you might have the cancellation form, just to know. It's basically your name, the date. We'll put in the policy number, and then we'll put the effective date of coverage, which will be terminated on 12/31. That way there is no issues on that one. And then the deductions will start again on this new one in January.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Any other questions, team? All right. Well, this entire presentation was recorded. I'm going to convert it to YouTube link and send it out to everyone, and then also follow up with Jose and the Aflac team to get everyone the Navigator link, so you guys can go in and review the benefits and enroll.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank
See ya.
you. Thank you.